Hey guys, and welcome to There's a New Tank Available Somehow, so here's a new video. Today I will be talking to you about the Shadowhunter, and it's called Enchanted with Camo that you can get way later in the Battle Pass, because this is the Battle Pass tank for October. And the first thing that I want to point out is this. Look at that. That's just like this whole summoning circle around you, and it's animated, and it looks so freaking cool. Honestly, I really love that. And of course, you have like the sort of energy orb or the trapped spirit, however you want to see it, that is like trapped in the back of your turret, and it's just completely animated the whole time, and it just looks amazing. I've said this before, I'll say it again. Wargaming's graphics department is like on fire. They're amazing, and I really love the work that they've been pumping out this whole year. To be honest, it's been bloody awesome. So, the Shadowhunter is a tier 6 European nation medium tank, and it's basically based on the P-43 Beast. And that is where the problem lies, because, quite frankly, the tank is not that great. It looks fantastic, and I'm a big fan of the way that it looks, and I will definitely want it, because, basically, I collect these things and all of that, but the tank itself is really not that great. So, going over the stats, I'm going to compare it to the Beast, of course. And yeah, it is the P-43 Beast, but I'm just calling it Beast because the name is too long to keep saying otherwise. The Shadowhunter has a DPM of 1514, the Beast has 1600, so that's better. The pen is 145 for the Shadowhunter, and the Beast has 140. They both have an alpha of 225. The rate of fire is 6.73 for the Shadowhunter, but it is 7.11 for the Beast, which means that the Shadowhunter has a reload of 8.92 seconds and the Beast has 8.44. They both have a caliber of 90, and the shell velocity of the Shadowhunter is 1000, where it is 700 for the Beast, so that's quite a big difference, to be fair. The aim time is 2.16 for the Shadowhunter, where it is 2.3 for the Beast. They have the same dispersion of 0.384. They have the same gun depression of 20 degrees, same gun elevation of 20 degrees. They both go 50 kilometers per hour forwards, 20 backwards. The Shadowhunter has an engine power of 550, the Beast has 520. So the power to weight ratio is slightly better for the Shadowhunter. The camo while standing still is 20% for both, while moving it is 15%, but after shooting that drops to 4% and 3% for the Shadowhunter, and 5 and 4% for the Beast, so that's slightly better on the Beast, but pretty much negligible, to be honest. The view range is 240, they both have an HP of 930, the weight is slightly less for the Shadowhunter, but there's not much difference. That being said, though, the Shadowhunter has a bit more turret armor, because it has 90 in the front, 60 on the side, and 52 in the rear, where the Beast has 80 on the front, 50 on the side, and 50 in the rear. The whole armor is exactly the same, with 80 in the front, 50 on the side, and 50 on the rear. So that's basically the stats, and comparing them together. I always say that Battle Pass tanks is always just the same tank, but slightly different, and that's the same thing with this tank, really. This is a Beast with slight differences, and I'm not honestly sure which one is better, because they're both not that great. So that is kind of the problem with this tank. There have been shots like this where I can barely see what I can pen and it pens. And there have been fully aimed shots that go nowhere, and that's partly RNG, but it's also partly this gun is just not that good. And basically, I can't say that I struggle with this tank. Like the win rate in this tank that I've got is pretty high, but at the same time, it struggles. The tank just struggles. It's just not that good, and that's an issue in and of itself, to be fair. Because I've been driving this tank for about 21 battles in order to get decent games, because I'm never looking for the ace games. I'm never looking for the truly epic games, because that doesn't showcase a tank properly. Unless it's like really easy to ace, then it's different, because then it's part of the characteristics of the tank. In this case, though, it is average, so the damage that I do is average, and the results are average. The win rate is good, because I can turn it around enough to win the games and all. But overall, it just struggles. Either you have a completely potato team, and then you don't get the damage in because everyone is already dead, or you have a very good team and you get no damage in because the team is too good. So it's kind of like, it's a tank that will struggle on its own. It can bounce some, it doesn't bounce that much. And for me, basically the highlight of this tank is the way that it looks. And just this summoning circle is just so cool. And it does this every single battle. It looks even better on the dark maps, but those games that I had there was just like, yeah, I could show it, but it's like not worth it, because then it's not even a decent game. Because yeah, it's just, I don't know, it struggles. That being said though, like I said, I don't mind the tank. It's tier 6, that's the thing on its own. But also it can have some nice bounces, and it does look fantastic, and you can make pretty much anything work in tier 6. So that's something to keep in mind as well. At the same time, you do not really have the armor, you do not really have the mobility, and you do not really have to reload to make your tank really strong. Because that's an issue in and of itself, to be fair. Because there's nothing these tanks basically excels at. And I think that makes it difficult. That being said though, it is a battle pass tank, and if you buy it, it is pretty cheap. You have to work for it, but it's pretty cheap. And basically you get camo, and you get like the certificates, and you get credits and gold and free XP and all of that. So money wise, basically the battle pass thing is still the best thing to buy in the game, if you want to get bang for your buck. But at the same time, if you're just going for the tank, then this is probably not the one to go for, to be honest. It does look fantastic, and that's one of the reasons I'm always looking forward to the October Battle Pass, because I do really like the whole, basically, Halloween theme. I don't dress up or anything like that, but I do like the whole creepy, spooky crawler kind of thing. And I can't wait to see what camos we're going to get with this Battle Pass, because this is sort of like, if it's called Shadowhunter, I'm thinking something ghosty or demony or something, and that would be great fun. So I'm excited for that, and I'm looking forward to seeing how that's going to look, and what else we're going to get avatar-wise as well, not just camos. And I really do wish that they'd given this tank a little bit of an extra oomph, like a little bit more reload, a little bit more mobility, or a little bit more armor, but basically make it excel at something rather than being average at everything. Except for how it looks, of course. So I'm really looking forward to see what we're going to get along with this tank in the Battle Pass. And basically just know that it looks very dull without the camo. I will show you that, just how dull it looks, because yeah. This tank is only worth driving when you have the camo on it, in my opinion at least, because it's not that great, and if you don't have the camo you do not get the animation, and then it just looks like this, and it's like, it's okay, it's still got the teeth and everything, but it's just very, very, very dull. But then eventually you get the camo, and then it looks like this, and it's animated, and it's got like all the little scribbly things on it, and it's the runes and all of that, and then you get the animation when you load into the battle and everything, and then this tank becomes cool. So basically, this is a tank for looking at, not necessarily to enjoy driving. That is basically my review in a nutshell. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll be seeing you guys next time again. Bye bye!